Okay, the way that our camera stores everything is in the computer, and as you can see on 12:15, we have multiple videos. The first starting would be at the residence 5955 West 5th Avenue. Looks like at that residence we took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos. So we will start with the first video and go from there. In this first video, we initially stuck the camera in to see how the feed would look, and we took the camera right back out, cleaned up the lens. You can see we are underneath the staircase in the basement area where there is a 4-inch clean out located. The piping is cast iron. So we went ahead, cleaned up the camera, and then stuck it back into the pipe. Looks like about right here. We let it sit for a couple minutes. Let me fast forward. That way we can get to actually getting into the pipe itself. At this point, we're still getting equipment off the truck, bringing it downstairs and getting it ready for the sewer cleaning itself. So about right here, we do enter into the sewer. This cast iron is in deteriorating condition. You can see all the different colors on the sides of the pipe. That orange's color is normally rust, and the other colors are bacteria buildup. So right now we're just pushing along the sewer to see how bad everything is. You can see multiple areas that have roots coming through. This area in particular has a bigger root system. You can see the roots fully coming through from all edges of pipe. It looks like on the top side, the root system is so large that it's starting to crumble the pipe and make small fractures on the top. You can see instead of a perfect circle, it's starting to oval out. Pieces of pipe are most likely starting to fracture out and fall off. With this root system left here for how long it's been, most likely the integrity of the pipe is starting to fall apart. In this image, pushed out this far into the main, this is clay pipe now. So at some point the cast iron transitions to clay. So that is the end of the first film. And now we'll go to the second film, which will show the cleaning process. So now we had pulled back our camera and stuck down our cyclone machine. We're going to follow the cyclone until we start hitting roots, and then we'll turn it on for cleaning at every joint that we come to. Still going through the cast iron. Looks like we come to our first root system, and from what it looks like as of right now, this is at the transition to clay pipe. So we've got our camera at a safe distance back, and we turn on our cyclone equipment, and it starts cleaning all the edges of that transition. As you can see right there, it did cut apart the roots, left the pipe intact, and now we will continue with our cleaning. You can see a lot of gunk on the sides of the pipe. Just over time, stuff collects. You could also see that the machine itself, the root system, has attached to the end of my cable. We went ahead and flushed the toilet downstairs in the basement to get some water inside. And it looks like we're at another joint right now, so we'll go ahead and turn on our cyclone again and get this joint cleaned out. Look like some of that gunk fell off from the top of the pipe. Push the camera forward to see the water movement. Now we're gonna continue with pushing the cyclone down until we find another joint that has roots. Alright, so right here at this joint, looks like we have some roots coming through. On the left hand side of the pipe, that would be the bottom of screen. Alright, and looks like we cleaned out that joint as well, so we'll keep pushing forward. Got some stuff at the bottom left hand side of that pipe, so we'll go ahead and turn on our machine as well here. Go ahead and turn it on again, just to make sure that we get everything. As you can see there, we did cut up all the roots that were in that joint. So during this cleaning process, we are turning on the sink in the basement, also flushing the toilet multiple times. That way, as we clean, we can make sure that we flush out the system. We're also using the camera itself to push gunk down the sewer as well. In my opinion, this sewer is in need of a routine cleaning. It's going to take, I believe, a couple more cleanings to get this sewer in top condition. It needs to be jetted to get all the grime and everything out. And it also needs, it will need in the future more of these root cleanings. There's just so many joints that it will take a lot of hours to fully get this sewer clean. So we got more water movement. That way we could also clean off the lens of the camera and see everything that we're working with. In this area, we are in the clay piping. You can see all the bumps around the pipe. That's normally bacteria growth. Continue to let the water flow. You can see the roots attached to the end of our cable, and we are pushing up against this transition here. We'll go ahead and clean this area out. That way we can get the roots out from the bottom of the pipe. See the roots attached to the cable still. So we'll keep pushing down and find another area that has roots on it. And keep the water flowing some more and hopefully push more of this stuff further down until we get to the city main. Okay, we'll fast forward a bit until we continue with more of the cleaning. Okay, pushing the camera forward. On the left hand side you can see spider webs. That just goes in line with the age of the pipe. These are sewer spiders. They like to live in these wet conditions. And it looks like here we have a really big root system. So we'll go ahead and get this part cleaned out. So right here, this root system has fully taken over this joint. As the roots get bigger and bigger, they'll start to close off the entire pipe. This is a 4-inch pipe, so I would say that these roots are about 3 inches, leaving only 1 inch for water and solids to get past. This is a trouble spot, and it looks like that was the end of our second film. So we'll go back. And we'll go to the next film. Here's the same spot. Looks like we are getting ready for our cleaning. The further that you go down the sewer, the harder it is for the cleaning process to take place. The further you go down, the more stress on the machine, the longer it takes to cut out all the roots. Okay, it looks like we are trying to get our medium machine. Goes longer than our large machine, and it's able to reach these type of spots. So in this area of the film, we have our camera inserted in, and now we are pushing our second cyclone out to try to reach the camera itself. So I'll fast forward until we can see our cyclone equipment reach this area of the pipe. It looks like we had to, in order to get our other piece of equipment down, we had to start pulling back our camera and get it out of the way. That way we can stick the cyclone first and follow it. So let me fast forward through this. All right, so now we see the image of our cyclone. This is our yellow 80-footer. So the last one was our green and that is a 50-footer machine. So this root system, I would say, is in between 50 to 80 feet, most likely at the 55 or 60 foot range. All the previous joints that we cleaned out so far look good. We will fast forward until we get to that next root. Looks like we'll flush the toilet that's in the basement area again, get some water moving, make it easier for our equipment to get down to this location. Alright, so here we are again at that root. It's what's blocking the majority of this water from getting past. Now we'll get back to where our cyclone's sitting and keep pushing it forward to get to that area. And we'll fast forward until we do get to that area. Like I said before, this process is quite long it's really just depending on the quality of pipe. Cast iron and old clay piping, it's rough, it's got a lot of buildup, it's got scales, and it makes it that much harder to get our sewer equipment down. Right here we're cleaning out another joint on our way to it. It looks like we get past it, and we are finally almost to that really bad root. Getting pretty close to the end of this video. I'll fast forward. And I'll stop the video. Okay. And we go down to this next one. Push play on it. So YouTube only allows about 30 minutes worth of video at a time. I will have to post a second video of this. For now, this video does show you the cleaning that we did on Saturday morning, and it does show you the quality of pipe that we're working with. For the age of pipe, it was in dire need of maintenance and cleaning. The type of roots that you have with the curtains, you know, only allowing for about 1 inch of water to travel by is not good for the pipe itself. And on top of it, as those roots do get bigger, they get stronger, they get wider, and they start putting a lot of pressure structurally on the clay pipe itself. So with this video being at about 28 minutes, I will put a stop to this one and post a second video, most likely tomorrow.